Hello everyone, it's Stephanie, your CSA coach, and this is week 3 of our CSA shares. It's an A week for those of you that have half shares. I'm jumping on a little bit early today because it's graduation for both Quakertown and Penridge, so our schedules are a little bit hectic today. So I just wanted to get the live done so that everyone can see it and it's not late to post. 2 quick announcements. One, there is art on the farm this Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. with Dakota. So if you have kids that are interested in doing that, join her anytime between 3 and 5 p.m. this Thursday. Second, in our emails that came yesterday, there are 2 bingo cards. This is the adult bingo card. That you can, what I highly recommend is just taking a look at all of the different boxes so that you know what the different bingo options are. And then as you complete them, cross them off. And then we have a kids bingo card, which is new this year. Some fun things if your kids come to the farm with you, or if they help you cook at home, or they taste a lot of the stuff that you bring home. So again, print those out and then take a look at the different boxes, and as you complete them, mark them off, and there'll be a point where you can post them and tag us so that you can possibly win prizes. So bingo on the farm is starting this week. It will be ongoing, and then Art on the Farm is on Thursday from 3 to 5. Okay, jumping right into our shares. We have salad greens, a half pound of salad greens. These get stored in the fridge until you're ready to use them, preferably unwashed. Once you wash them, you definitely want to use them within a day or 2. These are best used in salads. So stored just like that. I leave them right in this bag because the less they're handled, the better. And then we use them for salads, either for lunch or for dinner or sometimes even for breakfast. Remember to refer to our basic vinaigrette PDF to change up your salads. Lots of different vinaigrettes you can make, lots of different herbs you can put in, different combinations in terms of vinegars and oils and that kind of stuff. So you can change up your dressing to create variety in your salads. We also got a head of lettuce, of romaine. This is going to go in a plastic bag in the fridge. This is hardier, so we don't need to use this right away. It will last a little bit longer. Wash, chop it up for a chopped salad. Use the leaves as like a wrap. I like to do like a tuna salad, a chicken salad, or an egg salad in the lettuce leaf, and just kind of use that as my sandwich. You can also use it for burgers or anything that you grill as well. Tacos chopped up, but primarily salads. So that's romaine. We have scallions again, and scallions, these are a little, at least mine are a little bit shorter. Last week's were really tall. So these can either go in a plastic bag in the fridge, or you can put them in a glass of water in the fridge. These might survive in a glass of water in my fridge. The other ones were way too large and my kids would have knocked them over. But scallions are a mild onion flavor, so we can use them just chopped as a garnish for like baked potatoes, chopped as a garnish on salads. You can use them for anything that you want a little bit of onion flavor, but milder. So if you want more onion flavor, obviously use more of them. And the entire thing, except for the roots, can be used. So chop those roots off, clean them up, chop them up, and throw them into whatever you're gonna use them for. I primarily like to use them as garnishes on top of salads, and then on top of even like eggs, really finely chopped on top of eggs, on top of, they'd be great in burgers or any of our pickling recipes. So we have radishes this week, we have turnips this week. You can use them in those as well. We have kale. So kale can be eaten raw or cooked. It is stored in a plastic bag in the fridge. There's a bunch of recipes on the blog. So there's kale chips on the blog. I think there's a kale Caesar salad that's really good and would be great with this kale. Basically, you want to store it in the plastic bag in the fridge, and then as soon as you're ready to use it, wash it, take the leaves off the ribs. I like to save the center rib, which is the dark purple, and throw that into my veggie scrap bag. Helps flavor veggie broth. So once that bag gets clean or gets filled, I make a big batch of veggie broth. You can simply saute these. So just saute them with onions and garlic and use it as a side. You can throw it into soup. We will probably use this head raw this week just because I love the raw massaged kale salad. Okay, we have beets. Beets are new this week. These are golden beets. Very first thing that you want to do is take the bottom part, the bulb of the beet, off from the greens. So chop those off, throw those in one bag, put them in the fridge, and take your greens and put them in another bag. Your beet greens can be cooked just like any other green, so just simply sauteed with garlic and olive oil, or onions. Add onions in there. You can, if you still have some green garlic, you can add the scallions from this week. If you're not going to use them, throw them into your veggie scrap bag. The bottom bulbs, these can be eaten raw, so I do like shredding them and putting them raw on top of salad. You can pickle them. There's a pickled beet 2 ways recipe on the blog. You can steam them, you can roast them. So lots of ideas there. The bulbs will last a while, so not something you necessarily need to use this week. If you don't have it on your menu and you have other stuff from last week that you need to use first, those can hold off. Just put them in the fridge and store them away. Also, we have turnips. So these turnips, same basic idea. We want to remove the bulbs and put them in a separate bag. Take the greens, put them in a separate bag. So greens can be eaten raw or they can be sauteed just like our beet greens. The bottoms can be eaten raw. I like to thinly slice them on salad or sprinkle a little sea salt on them and just eat them as a snack. They don't need to be peeled. You can just scrub them down and eat them the way they are. You can pickle these. You can steam or roast them. So you could do like a beet and turnip roast. And then you can actually roast them and put them on salad also. So you can do a combination if you like the roasted turnips a little bit better than raw turnips. So try them different ways. The greens sauteed. If you're not going to use them, throw them into your veggie scrap bag. We have a cucumber this week. So cucumbers don't last very long in our house. They're stored in the fridge. You can peel them and serve them. You can leave the skin on. I like to leave the skin on because it creates a different variety of color. I will just chop this up and put it out as a snack and my kids will devour it. We'll add it to salads. There is a cucumber mint popsicle recipe on the blog. You can also add a few slices to water and it gives your water a refreshing flavor just to change it up instead of plain water. So stored in the fridge for that guy. We have kohlrabi again this week. Same thing, anything with the bulb we want to remove from the leaves. So take the bulbs off, store them separately in the fridge from the leaves, chop those leaves off and store them separately in a plastic bag as well. You can actually, so we have a lot of green leaves. We have the beet greens, we have turnip greens, we have kohlrabi greens. You can take them all, throw them together, chop them up, add some onion and garlic and just saute them and make a big sauteed green side. You can also make green cubes with them. You can also throw them all in your veggie scrap bag. So decide what you're gonna do with them and then go from there. Kohlrabi will last, so not something you necessarily need to cook this week or eat this week. They can be eaten raw. That's my personal preference. I love the taste of them, so I'll either chop them up and serve them raw as a snack or put them on a salad. You can shred them. So lots of different options there, but you can also steam them and roast them if you prefer them cooked. There is on the blog, a dill dip, and we have dill this week. So you can make a dill dip and have like your radishes and your kohlrabi and your cucumber as veggies that you can dip in there. For our dill you're going to put into a glass jar and put it in the fridge. Dill is great paired with eggs, so deviled eggs, egg salad, great in potato salad. We just use dill in a like salt potato recipe, so that and parsley go really well with potatoes. Pickling, really good for pickling. If we want to preserve it, you can either dehydrate it or you can freeze it. And I like to freeze my herbs in between paper towels, flat in a Ziploc bag so that it's easy to pull out when I need them. So you could also do that. We do get a lot, and so keep it in the fridge if you're gonna use it. If you're not gonna use it, try to figure out how you're gonna preserve it, either dehydrate it or throw it in the freezer. So that's dill. And last but not least, we get to pick another quart of these beautiful strawberries. These are stored in the fridge, preferably in something that will drain so it won't sit in liquid. They smell wonderful. There's been all kinds of posts about what people have been using their strawberries for. So baked goods, just simply eating them. They don't make it very far in my house in terms of getting turned into something. They usually just get eaten. These definitely won't get turned. There's not enough here to serve my family anything. We made, with all of the strawberries from last week, we chopped them up and put them with a pound cake and fresh whipped cream. So that's an option also. Just keep it simple. But if you do want to preserve them, you can make jams and jellies. You can freeze them. If you're not going to be around much this week and you don't think they're going to get eaten, just clean them up and freeze them. What else? Remember to save the tops and use them with the first recipe of the CSA season, which is the strawberry top vinegar. Excellent and a great thing to use for marinades or for salad dressings. So that's it for this week. If you have any questions, please post on Facebook. Make sure you tag me in those. There's lots of greens this week, so figure out what you're going to use them for. And remember, your focus should be, what do I have left from last week? Let me try to use that stuff up first. And then this week, I guess the very first thing you're going to want to figure out is what you're going to do with the salad greens. Excuse me. Use those first, and then the rest will kind of fall into place. Any good recipes that you find and that you love, make sure you post on Facebook to share. And I will see you all again next Tuesday. And next Tuesday should be regular time. It won't be early. We'll be back on a regular schedule starting next Tuesday. Thanks.